The killer deliberately parked his car tightly next to the beauty's car, so that when the prey tried to open the door she couldn't get in smoothly. That way, he could use the excuse of helping her to pull out an umbrella-shaped stun baton and commit violence. Once the target was completely unconscious, the man tied up her hands and feet tightly, planning to find a deserted place to slowly enjoy her. When Daisy woke up she realized she was already lying inside the man's car. Daisy tried to call the police with her watch, but unfortunately there was no signal at all in this mountain area.
There is no red dots. That means no cellular, and that means no emergency SOS.
Daisy did not know why the man kidnapped her. At this moment she had only one thought, and that was to quickly think of a way to escape. Luckily she had slipped a knife into her pocket before leaving home. She carefully pulled out the knife, then seized the right moment, and forcefully cut open the zip ties. Then she suddenly stood up and lunged forward. Luckily, neither of them was seriously hurt. Then Daisy kept stabbing at him with the knife like crazy, but it did not cause any fatal threat to Jeff, and Jeff was not in a hurry. He just calmly glanced at his watch. Turns out he had already injected Daisy with a paralytic, and soon she would lose all mobility, if nothing unexpected happened. In 1 minute Daisy would start feeling discomfort. In 10 minutes she would feel numbness in her limbs and weakness. In 15 minutes her legs would be completely paralyzed. By the 20th minute, her breathing would become labored and she would be unable to speak, and finally she would lose all ability to move. After hearing this, Daisy was even more terrified. Whether Jeff was telling the truth or not, she could not think about that anymore. Her first instinct was to run, because maybe this was her only chance to survive. She could only run forward as fast as she could, but something terrifying still happened. Before long, her fingers began to go numb. Jeff with a limp was slowly closing in. Daisy sped up again, but there was not much time left for her. If she wanted to survive, she had to run out of the forest within 20 minutes, and contact the outside world for help. As every second passed, one of Daisy's legs was already completely numb, and Jeff was getting closer and closer. She could only hide under a tree hollow to avoid being tracked. But then another horrifying thing happened. Thousands of ants crawled out, and they began frantically biting her wounds. Daisy was in unbearable pain. Finally she could not hold it back and screamed. Daisy did not give up. Instead, she dragged her heavy body and slowly rolled into the river. Jeff could only watch helplessly as his prey disappeared. Daisy kept drifting downstream. She held her breath and floated on the surface. After an unknown amount of time, she was lucky enough to be washed ashore. But unfortunately, she had less than 2 minutes left. Her breathing was already extremely difficult. When the 20-minute countdown ended, Daisy completely lost all movement. Fortunately, Jeff did not catch up. Instead, an old man with a white beard appeared. Seeing this, the old man quickly stepped forward to check on her. But after a long time, there was no response. When the old man turned Daisy over, he discovered something strange.